This is an interview on July 12th, 2020 with Soulgrinder Zine publisher Paul Caravasi by Nick Perkel. Now, Paul, can you give me an introduction on yourself as a music fan?
Sure. I remember it was 86. I was 10 years old and I discovered Maiden, Life After Death, for the first time. And from there I became a metalhead. But for a long time I listened to all kind of bands, from classic to new ones. What I don't like is nu metal. I don't get it at all.
Can you tell me how Soulgrinder Zine came to be?
Soulgrinder was created in 2012 out of the need to support the underground bands, and because there are not too many print fanzines around these days, since everybody is using the internet. I think fanzines are a very important communication tool in the metal community.
Can you tell me a little bit about the history of it?
Before Soulgrinder, I was supporting another fanzine from Peru, Aquelarre fanzine. I was doing some interviews and reviews for a few years, but after that, we didn't have the same. We didn't share the same ideas, so I decided to create my own thing.
What has it been like running your zine the past few years?
Very good. Thanks to Soulgrinder, I met many respected people in the metal world, and I will continue supporting the metal scene worldwide. So far, so good.
What are your three favorite print zines as well as websites that you get your music news from?
Yeah, there's one from Pennsylvania that is called Canadian Assault. Previously, it was a printed fanzine. He's running just a website. Reborn from Ashes from the States also is a good fanzine. And Slowly We Rot from Romania. That's a really good fanzine too. He's been for a while.
Awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about Slowly We Rot?
Yeah, I remember I got a copy like 5 years ago. We did a trade. I got the first copy, and it was really good. It was a really pro fanzine, and we lost contact like, for a few years. And last year, I found him on Facebook. So now we are in contact again. He's a dedicated guy. He's a cool fanzine.
Metal is known to have a very strong presence in South America. Can you tell me a bit about the market for metal zines in Peru and beyond?
Yeah. Well, in Peru, there are a few fanzines that stay alive and have a lot of support from the metalheads because they maintain the old school essence, doing trades with other South American countries and the world in general. I think the market for printed fanzines are still going strong in Peru.
Anything else you'd like to add on the South American metal scene when it comes to printed zines and stuff?
Yeah, like I said, there is a really strong community that support all these fanzines. I think in the entire South America, I can tell Brazil, they have a really strong scene, Chile, and Peru.
With the quarantine and everything like that, how do you think things have changed being part of a printed zine?
The process is a little slower because some bands prefer to send their physical stuff by mail, and they don't like to use digital files or email and stuff like that. And it takes a little longer for the material to arrive. So, but at the same time, I can be able to concentrate more on the fan scene and projects. So it's not that bad.
Now, how do you get the word out about Soulgrinder Zine?
Basically, at shows, trading by mail, Facebook, emails, that helps a lot to get the word out.
Okay. Now, you were a part of the 2015 and 2016 Lima Metal Fests. Can you tell me a bit about your favorite memories of the concerts? And what were some of the unique challenges you had to deal with, along with some of the unique advantages you had in your favor being part of it?
What I remember the most was how much fun it was to travel with some of the American bands that were going to Peru for the first time. For them, now part of Peru was very good. For me, 2016 was the best edition. I don't think there were any problems beyond the short time I've been in Peru for the festival, since I was only in the city for the weekend. Besides the logistic and buying the tickets and everything else, everything went really good.
Okay. Now, have you heard any words about the next possible Lima Metal Fest?
I think they are working on it, and maybe in 2021 they're gonna do the fourth edition of the festival.
So, what's the story with the next issue of Soulgrinder?
I hope to have it ready by the end of August. It is going very well. I think this new issue will be the best of all so far. Also, thanks for your interviews, of course. This issue will bring many things that previous issues didn't have. For example, the return of the vinyl killer comic, more art, more information in general. The interviews are really good. Some some biographies from bands.
I see. Awesome. Now, can you tell me a bit about some of the past issues of Soulgrinder that you're fond of as well?
Yeah, the first one, the very first one was dedicated only for thrash metal. It was the classic thrash metal bands and some of the new wave of thrash. I got the chance to interview Rigor Mortis, Wrath from Chicago, a band from Brazil, and a few other new bands from Argentina, Venezuela. I remember from that issue to the sixth one, it's been an amazing ride. I mean, all the people that is involved in the fan scene is real supportive, and they know what they're doing. They know the real deal about the underground scene. But like I said, this issue is gonna be. I think it's gonna be better.
So, how do you pick out the music that you put onto your compilation CDs?
Well, thanks to my fan scene, I'm aware of the new bands in the underground. Also, when I go to local shows, I have the chance to see the bands live. I talk to them, make them the offer, and basically this is how I pick the bands for my CDs. Right now, I'm working on the fourth compilation, and so far I have Evil Army and one band from Argentina and another one from Canada. I'm planning to have like 15 bands for the next compilation.
What are your three most prized zines in your personal collection?
Well, there's too many cool fanzines around. But I will say from the States, Head Split Magazine, the classic Sentinel Steel. I think they were from Jersey, and Bestial Conspiracy from Chile. I can say those three are the best for me.
Would you like to go back to any questions?
Mm, no, not at all.
Final words.
Thank you so much for this interview, Nick, for the support to Soulgrinder.
Do appreciate it. This has been an interview on July 12th, 2020, with Soulgrinder Zine publisher Paul Caravasi by Nick Burkell.